Welcome to Pamela's Story Vaults, where every tale has a secret. I am Pamela Onos, your guide through stories that inspires, intrigue, and captivates. From heartwarming journeys to chilling mysteries, each episode unlocks a new world waiting to be discovered. So sit back, relax, and step into the vaults because the story begins now. It was a cold night in November when Clara stumbled upon it. The streets were nearly empty, fog curling around the lampposts like ghostly figures. She wasn't supposed to be out this late, just a walk to clear her thoughts after another fight at home. And then she saw it, a building that did not belong. It sat on the corner of Ashford Lane, where she was certain not had been before. Its windows glowed like a warm amber light, as if inviting her in. Above the door, in letters that shimmered faintly against the mist, were the words, "The library that never closes." Clara hesitated. The sign wasn't neon. It is also buzzed with a strange energy. She pulled her coat tighter and glanced around the streets. No cars, no people, just silence. And that strange glowing library waiting for her. With a deep breath, she pushed the heavy wooden door. The air inside smelled of old papers, ink, and something sweet, like vanilla and dust combined. Roll upon roll of books stretched higher than she could see. Ladders on wheels leaning lazily against the shelves. Candles flickered along the aisles, though no one could seem to be lighting them. And behind the front desk sat a librarian, or at least someone who looked like one. A tall, thin man with silver hair, his eyes the pale grey of storm clouds. He didn't greet her at first, just turned a page of this enormous book in front of him. Finally, without looking up, he said, "You are late." Clara blinked. Late? For what? He finally raised his eyes, and she felt the weight of them like a stone. "Your book have been waiting." Before she could respond, he stood, walked to a shelf, and slid a thick, leather-bound volume free. He placed it on the desk in front of her. On the cover, embossed in gold, was her name, Clara Dawson. Her heart skipped. "What is this?" she whispered. "The story of your life," the librarian said. "Up to now and beyond." Clara flipped it open. The first chapter was about her birth, details only her mother would know. Her first cry, the exact word her father said when he held her. She turned the pages, skimming moments from her childhood, the time she broke her arm falling from a tree, the secret notes she used to pass in school. Then she reached a page describing the argument she had had that evening, word for word. Her hands shook. The next page was blank, as if waiting to be filled. "I don't understand," Clara murmured. The librarian gave a small smile. "Every choice you make writes itself here. Some people never dare to look ahead. Others can't resist." Clara licked her lips. "So if I turn this page, I will see my future." He didn't answer, just pushed the book closer. Her eyes burned with curiosity. She turned the page. There it was, a scene she hadn't lived yet, walking down Ashford Lane again tomorrow. colliding with a stranger in a dark coat. The page said he would hand her something that would change her life forever. Clara slammed the book shut. This can't be real. The librarian's face remained unreadable. The vault doesn't lie. She wanted to run, but her feet stayed rooted to the floor. The thoughts crawled at her. If the book could see her tomorrow, what about next week? Next year? Could it tell her how her life would end? Her fingers itched to open it again. The librarian's voice was soft but stern. Be careful. Once you know your future, you cannot unknow it. And sometimes it is the knowing that brings it to pass. Clara didn't sleep that night. She kept saying the word on the page. The stranger, the dark coat, the thing he would hand her. The next evening, against her better judgment, she walked down Ashford Lane. Her heart thumped in her chest as the fog thickened. And then, just as the book had said, she collided with someone, a tall man in a dark coat. He looked startled, then pressed something into her hand, a folded piece of paper. When she opened it, her breath caught. It was a note in handwriting identical to her own. Don't open the book again. She spun around, but the man was gone, vanished into the mist. Clara ran back to the library, heart pounding. She burst through the doors, clutching the notes. But the library wasn't the same. The shelves were empty, the candles snuffed out, the decks sat bare. Only her book remained, lying open on the floor. She bent to pick it up, trembling. The next page had filled itself in. The page says, Clara Dancy returned to the library, ignoring the warning, and with that choice, her story truly began. The ink was still wet. She stared at it, frozen. Slowly, she lifted her eyes to the endless shelves that stretched into the shadows. And in that silence, she realized the library would never close, and neither would her story. You have just listened to Pamela's Story Vault. The library that never closes reminds us that curiosity is powerful, but sometimes dangerous. Which pages of your own story would you dare to turn, if you could? If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow, share, and step back into the vault with me next time, because every tale has a secret.
Kindly follow, like, and share.